I want to talk about the new rank season and my thoughts on the cards and stuff like that. So the top 100 cards this season are done different than the prior seasons, and by that I mean they get an extra ability that the champs won't get, right? So RG3, for instance, his last bucket, you see them pass lead, set feet lead, tactician, threat detector, and then gunslinger, right? His champion version won't get Gunslinger. So come over here, final bucket, everything but Gunslinger, right? Buddha Baker, same thing. His last bucket, he'll get the deep end zone, deep out zone. Mid zone KO is coming back, which is really good. One step ahead, inside shade, right? Deep out zone, deep end zone, right? However, though, again, champion version won't get. I believe it was deep out zone. He doesn't get. Let me see. No, it's deep end zone. He doesn't get. And then the last card, Devontae Wyatt, same thing. Top 100 card, acrobat, pick artist, edge threat, under pressure, short route KO. I don't really know about under pressure. It wasn't good last year, honestly. Then champion card, missing acrobat, doesn't get acrobat, right? Right here. So in my opinion, Devontae Wyatt is number one, RG3 is number two, and then Buda Baker's number three. Reason why Baker is last for me is because his height. I think he's 5'10", 5'11". Yeah, 5'10". Yeah, he's gonna get more. It's like, I mean, granted, like he has KOs and whatnot, but still, like you go into a game without one of the KOs, you run that risk of getting mossed like excessively. So like that 5'10", and then not just that, but his jumping too. Like you're 5'10", trying to jump, get a pick, it's just not gonna go well. Cause this year height matters, honestly. Like it matters. RG3, he's number two. I'm gonna come back to him. I'm gonna come back to RG3, right? And then Devontae Wyatt, he's my top pick because mainly 85 speed on a D tackle is unheard of. It's unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they get older team chem, so you could boost that to a +3 with the crystals, and then a 20 and then 50 team. Give him to an 88 over 88 speed. That's huge. That's huge. And then not just that, but again his abilities. I would run not under pressure. Tackle Supreme. That's not bad. I would just run inside stuff on him. Really. Um, that's about it. Maybe El Toro, and then possibly what's it called? Not Bogo. But it was like they go extra harder, or like they try hard to like. Was it Bogo? No, it wasn't Bogo. Here we go. Speedster. So basically, Speedster makes them quote unquote try harder to beat their man on the line. Allegedly, wink wink, right? Now the reason why RG3 is number two, even though people will say, oh, he's QB1, QB1, QB1. Yes, he is. But the problem is this, right? The problem is ranked is lasting for 25 days, right? And by the time we get to by the time like these cards are out, right? We should already be in zero chill. The promo should either be starting by that point. Let's see real quick. I believe it's 25 days of rank, or was it 30? Yeah, 30. Yeah, 30 days, right? 30 days, a month. So by the time this ends, we should be in zero chill, right? Now you guys are thinking, okay, what's the big deal? So what? The reason why it's a big deal is this, right? If you guys don't know, or maybe you forgot, but zero chill, one of the gimmicks besides presence is frozen AP, right? Frozen buckets. And what I mean by that, right, is I believe it's about maybe two or three special buckets that are frozen. And what that means is within those buckets, the abilities are frozen, which means you see how Gunslinger right here says 4 AP, Playmakers 3, Tank is 2, so on, and so forth, right? And those extra, like, in those special frozen buckets, what happens is this is all zero AP. This is all zero AP or discounted AP. So for instance, right, Gunslinger, instead of being four, will be zero. This will be zero. This will be zero. This will be zero, zero. This might say something like two, right? This might be one or zero, right? That's what I mean by that. Same thing with the other special bucket, right? Like this will be zero, 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 zero. Like everything will be zero, right? Just either zero or just discounted, like OD discounted, right? And because of that, that now will make the other quarterbacks, and again, it's not just quarterbacks, but it's going to be everyone from quarterbacks to running backs, receivers, tight ends, linemen, defensive tackles, safeties, corners, you name it. Everyone is going to have some special buckets, some more than others, right? LTDs obviously will have more buckets discounted than champions, obviously, and then heroes too, right? So even wide receiver, that will say zero AP, right? Or two or one. Zero zero. You get it by now, right? And so because of that, right, it would make more sense. And not just that too, but also zero chill. There's gonna be a new boost, whether it be a plus speed or, plus excel, whatever you wanna have. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, that'll make the quarterbacks in that promo more desirable, even the heroes, you know what I'm saying, or low elites. That's why, in my opinion, even the top 100, what's the name, RG3, I feel like he won't be. I don't want to say that good because obviously he is that good, but he'll be overlooked only because we're inside the zero chill, right? So all the hype will be around zero chill players, just like how most feared. You know what I'm saying? Like that took over. Like if you wasn't running most feared, it was like, well, what are you doing, right? If you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Except for like a few cases because they didn't get Gunslinger for most feared cards. But even with like Gunslinger on what's his name on RG3, that's only the top 100 RG3. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like most of you guys won't be going for top 100 because not because you guys aren't good, but because of the time that goes into it. You got to play hundreds of games, like hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Like top 100 isn't so much about how good you are. It's more about how many games are you getting in, really, like truthfully. But anyway, right? RG3, like he's not gonna get those buckets discounted, right? Whereas the QBs dropping inside the Zero Chill promo will have those discounts. You know what I'm saying? Plus those special buckets, plus the boost for Zero Chill. That's why, in my opinion, right, RG3 is the second best quarterback because he won't get anything to do with Zero Chill. You know what I'm saying? However, though, after Zero Chill is done and everyone gets nerfed, like most feared, in a couple of days, then yeah, like he'll probably be the best quarterback for maybe about a few weeks until again we're in the next promo. So it's like, and it's kind of like a double-edged sword, And that same thing happened, to what's his name, Vince Young last year, Team Diamonds, right? Francis, right? So last year, Man 25, I had Vince Young, Team Diamond 95, and that card was a beast. He was insane. But once we got to Zero Chill, I wasn't using him no more. I wasn't. At that point, I was using. Was it Mahomes I was using? I forgot who I had. I know I had Zero Chill RG3 for a little bit. I had no, it was Baker Mayfield was who I had. I had Baker Mayfield. Baker and he was and again Baker Mayfield he had um all those buckets discounted, because it was frozen AP, and then Drake May dropped and went to Drake May, and I had RG3 for a little bit, Zero Chill, and yeah, like that team, Diamond Vince Young, he didn't get used again until basically that promo ended, and honestly, it's gonna be the same thing for RG3, right? So that's why I ranked it how I ranked it. I got Devontae Wyatt as the best card, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, and then RG3 second, and then Buddha, but that's just some insight onto like the players that I would pick for for rank this season, you guys might see it differently. Someone might say, "Oh, Buddha Baker's the best card." You know what I'm saying? And again, understandable, your opinion. I'm just giving some insight as to what's gonna happen by the time RG3 is out. That way, you guys know, hey, I bet I'm grinding right now. Who should I take? You know what I'm saying? And just keep in mind that when Zero Chill drops, it's gonna be insane. And basically, Zero Chill is basically a preview of Endgame Mud. Cause Endgame Mud, all bets is off. Everything is like discounted AP or zero AP across the board. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the Endgame Mud, is players with like 10 abilities on them. Either, you know what I'm saying? It gets nasty and weird out here. And Zero Chill is basically a preview of Endgame Mud. So also one thing before I get up off this, earlier on stream, right? Head to head rank. Now, see now it says new season, right? Well, it doesn't say it, but you see the timer on it, 29 days. Back then on stream, right? It still had the previous season on it. Now it says unranked. Before then, it still said champion one, right? So I was telling the chat, just wait until it says, claim rewards, claim your rewards, and then, you know what I'm saying, get your player. Because what happens is, a lot of the times, dudes will go into the game, quit out, they'll lose, and they'll lose like a lot of points, and then they might get demoted and then lose their current rank, right? So if you're like on the border between like champion and hero, or hero and whatever it was, don't risk going to that game quitting out, because you might mess around and then lose your current rank and mess around and lose that reward that you wanted. So always just wait for it to say claim rewards, um, finish the season, and then claim your pack. Right. So as you see right here, if this thing will load properly, come on now, EA Sports in the game. You see right here, go to packs. I already did this, and I have my pack right here. And odds are I'm gonna take Jamal Charles. I'm just waiting until most feared ends, just to make sure that you know what I'm saying, like just to see who drops on Monday for collector series, team of the week, and next Thursday. I'm just going on with all that before I make my last decision, because at running back I have shapeshifter, and I already know that I think the third he's gonna get nerfed, I believe. Is it the third? Let me see real quick. The hell's it at? No, the sixth. Yes, so the sixth, he's gonna be nerfed on the sixth. So Jamal Charles might be taking his spot, because I already have a safety. That what was the Falcon safety? Jesse Bates. There we go. I already know for a fact Jesse Bates could take his spot, and then edge rushers. In my opinion, really don't matter this year. Like, there's just no pressure unless like you run like mid blitz, like, and have like a good coverage behind it. That's really about it. So yeah, odds are I'm taking Jamal Charles unless they drop someone insane that's like a Patriot on Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday. But yeah, that's some insight real quick about the ranked cards, what I would do personally, and how I feel about RG3. He's a good card. It's just the timing of him dropping doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really line up at all, honestly. Because again, Zero Chill, Frozen AP, you could stack, like, you could just stack a quarterback however you want. Like the stacks you could do with quarterbacks during Zero Chill, it gets wicked. It gets wicked. But yeah, man. Um, Appreciate all y'all be easy, y'all be safe. So let's God bless. Hopefully this helps somebody out. Gave some insight. What's going on? I'm gonna catch y'all.